and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, looking at the sunshine. And temperatures warming up just a little bit. Looks like, we're not only above average right now, but we should continue as we move in through the 50s. We'll take a look at our current temperatures in just a second. But plenty of sun all around the state of Michigan. All eyes continue to be on the west side, west of us. Right now, we've got quite a system that's moving into, I want to say Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, moving into just the far west reaches of southwest Minnesota, also northern sections of Iowa. That system over the next 24 hours is going to be approaching the state. It'll be moving in a northeasterly direction, and there's a very good chance of seeing a whole lot of snow over the next 36 hours in a couple of sections here of the state of Michigan. We'll touch on that in just a second. Low pressure system, there is actually two of them right now. One is a fairly weak one, and that's the one that's generating the cloud cover in areas to the west of us, Iowa. It looks like tomorrow that system is going to be moving into Iowa, and then it's going to break down, and a much bigger low pressure system is going to be taking up the course. And that's the one that we're going to have to keep an eye on. The low pressure system eventually is going to be crossing the Straits of Mackinac. That will be after midnight. Looks like that's going to be tomorrow night when all of that occurs. And then we're going to see not only a major reduction in our temperatures toward the tail end of the work week, but also quite a bit of precipitation. For us, it's going to be all liquid, and we're really not looking for a lot of moisture. The other thing, the vernal equinox, that kicks in a little bit after 5 o'clock on Thursday morning. The equal parts of sunrise and darkness, and that's going to signify, obviously, the beginning of spring officially on the calendar. Meteorological spring kicked in the beginning of March the 1st. So it's onward and upward as far as more sunshine than darkness. The unfortunate thing is we're still going to have a little bit of winter to contend with. Matthew, right now, our approach to our high temperature is moving along rather nicely.
Well, over at the airport, it's partly sunny at 49. Over in Midland, it's partly sunny at 48. Here, Radio Center, it's cloudy at 50. We have southwest winds at 16, gusting up to 23 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 29.85, and it's steady.
We're going to see an increase in the winds, but not all that much. We're not going to see wind speeds anything like what we saw last weekend. As we move through the day tomorrow, we're going to begin to see a little bit more of a south-southwesterly trend, gusting up to about 30 miles per hour. And then on Thursday, it's going to become a lot more northwesterly because of the passage of that low pressure system, and it'll be dragging a cold front that'll eventually drop down through the state. All eyes, as I said, are to the west of us. There are a couple of low pressure systems that will be affecting our weather here. There's also going to be a low pressure system that will be developing and moving a little bit further to the south. And that particular low is going to generate some severe weather that will occur beginning late in the day on Thursday into the day on Friday along the Gulf Coast states. That low pressure system is going to be moving through Tennessee and Kentucky. So the heavy side of it, the turbulent side of it, the south side of it is what's going to be affecting the weather down there, where they've had more than their share of tornadoes so far during the month of March. They're going to be on tap for a whole lot more. So if you do plan on traveling to the south driving, wouldn't be a bit surprised if you will be toward the tail end of the work week driving into some of that severe weather. As far as flying is concerned, don't be surprised if there are a few flight delays toward the end of the week. So again, just kind of be forewarned that if you are going to be traveling, flying in that part of the country, you very possibly could run into some delays there. You definitely will run into some delays in northern Michigan if you want to go across the bridge and move into, I would say, the western half of the Upper Peninsula. They are going to be picking up quite a bit of snow during the day tomorrow, and actually it'll be kicking in late tonight through the morning hours on Thursday. A number of counties in the west and in the central part of the Upper Peninsula are anticipating anywhere from 6 to 15 inches of snow and strong gusty winds. As a result, the National Weather Service does have winter storm watch up right now for that part of the state. And don't be surprised if they have some blizzard warnings go up. They are advising not much travel for that part of the state of Michigan during the day tomorrow night, and into the early morning hours on Thursday. For us, not so much the case, and really we're not anticipating much in the way of moisture either. Our forecast for today, sunshine, a few clouds late. 62 is what we're going to be looking at as far as a high temperature goes. A southwest wind becoming a southeast wind. Again, that being a function of that weaker low pressure system, but we're looking at wind speeds of 10, 12 miles per hour. That's going to be about it. More in the way of clouds as we move into the nighttime hours. A low of 50. We'll have a southeast breeze gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. Sun will set this evening at 7:47. Rise tomorrow morning at 7:41. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds. There will be a chance of a shower later in the afternoon tomorrow. Much warmer temperatures, 66 for a high here. There will be some 70s around, so don't be surprised if you in your neighborhood could see that thermometer peak out at close to 70. But overall, I think 66 is a pretty safe estimate. Showers late in the evening. And again, as we said, that chance tomorrow of 6 to 15 inches of snow for the western half of the Upper Peninsula is almost a lock. We're looking for a low tomorrow night of 39, which will be reached right around midnight on Wednesday night. Our high temperature for the day on Thursday will be right after midnight on Thursday morning. Looks like 39 will be our high, and it'll be dropping slowly through the day down to about 27 for a low on Thursday night. Thursday, clouds, scattered showers, turning into snow showers. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if some of you do see a covering of snow on the ground by Thursday afternoon and Thursday night. But late Thursday, the low pressure system causing all of this is going to be over western Quebec province. So it's going to be losing its effect on us rather rapidly. But in the wake, there's going to be a whole lot of winter-like conditions as we go through the afternoon and the evening hours on Thursday. Northwest winds on Thursday, gusting to 25 miles per hour, clearing off Thursday night, 28, 27 for a low on Thursday night. Then on Friday, sunshine, maybe a few clouds around, middle 50s for a high on Friday. Clouds and chance of some rain shower activity around on Friday night with a low of about 36. And the reason why there's going to be a chance, the best chance of precipitation on Friday will be in southern Michigan. We're going to be right on the northern edge of it. And all of that because of that low pressure system we were telling you about. That's going to be moving from northwest Missouri through Kentucky, moving almost right straight east. We're on the north side of it, the cooler side of it. Maybe a scattered shower here and there. That's going to be it. But very severe weather is going to be once again in the forecast south of the track of that low. On Saturday, there will be a chance, ever so slight, but a chance of some rain shower activity early on Saturday, becoming partly cloudy. 42 for a high on Saturday, 25 for a low on Saturday night. Then on Sunday, with partly cloudy skies, 46 for a high, 33 for a low. And once again, there is going to be the chance on Sunday night of a widely scattered shower. And that chance will move into the beginning of the work week next week. Next Monday, 42 for a high, with a chance of rain mixed with snow. Record high in this date, 73, set back in 2012. The record low is 6, set in 1916, and tied in 1939. A year ago today, our high was 35, our low was 26. We had a trace of liquid precipitation. We had just under a half inch of snow a year ago on the 18th of March. Warmest ever 18th of March, 2012. 73 was our high, 53 was our low. The coldest ever, 1939, 18 was our high, 6 was our low. Record amount of snow on this date, 1994, we had 2 inches of snow on March the 18th. Just to kind of give you an idea of the 6 to 10 day outlook to take us all the way through the 31st of the month, beginning with the upcoming weekend. Our temperatures are going to be running below normal for this time of the year. Precipitation values will be slightly above. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Well, before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. Those Farmall tractors, they've got them. They've got them anywhere from 35 to 140 horsepower. So whatever the job is you need to have done, there is a Farmall tractor designed just for that job. And the folks at Weiss Equipment will direct you to that particular model. And you'll be able to get that work done efficiently with just the right size model. And right now, for a limited time only, you pay cash, you get a cash discount, or you do get special financing, 0% interest for up to 72 months right now. So take advantage of those special savings with the right size Farmall tractor for you. Anywhere from the value-packed compact Farmall A all the way up to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C series with cabs. Special financing offers on select Farmall tractors. You bet. Now's the time to put it to work for you. Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. Say good morning to Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. Abby, looks like the markets are just kind of treading water today.
Yeah, nothing too crazy right now. Wheat is leading the pack. It's actually 5 up right now for current crop. Old crop beans up 2, and corn's unchanged at the moment. Yeah,
wheat had a pretty good day yesterday.
Making up for some of its losses. I think a lot of that's coming from 2 things. One, it's the Midwest. You know, the wheat belt is getting a little dry. We could use some rain. And then also Russia's having a little bit of some damage going on over there due to their weather.
Really? Yeah, that's something we haven't heard too much about, have we?
Yeah, I haven't heard too much about it other than they're having issues. You know, it might have damaged enough that it's going to lower the size of their crop of, you know, what they end up with, and which in return would help us a little bit on our market.
Yeah, it sure would. Any particular reason why the soys are trending up just a little bit?
Nothing too crazy. I do know that February crush was reported yesterday, and it was down a tad compared to last year, but there's nothing really too crazy going on.
And again, corn is just kind of along for the ride.
Corn's pretty much sitting at 0.
Yeah. So right now on your board, what do you have?
Right now on the board, board. We have old crop corn at $4.20, new crop at $3.90, old crop soybeans $3.67, new crop $9.50, red wheat new crop $5.23, and white wheat $5.63.
Abby, thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you. You as well, Terry.
You betcha. Abby Twilliger over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The Market Report brought to you by Ed Raymond and Sons, quality clothing and shoes since 1919. When you're talking Carhartts, Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, and a whole lot more. Trust me, a whole lot more. 151 West Broad Street is where you should go. Want to find out a little bit more about Ed Raymond's? Well, you can go to edraymond's.com and check them out. But the best thing to do is to go to the store. You will love the shopping experience in downtown Chesaning. Ed Raymond's. Also, Market Report brought to you by Kryzak's House Family Restaurant. A lot of special events coming up. Easter just around the corner. Mother's Day not too far behind. And, of course, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of get-togethers starting with the beginning of June. Well, either you can dine in or you can have them supply the food for you for an event coming up. Either way, all you got to do is give them a call. Reserve a table, so that way you're going to make sure you're seated. Or for any of that food, you might want to order 989-894-5531. Kryzak's House, corner of Cass in Michigan on the south side of Bay City. We say good morning to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. And Doug, are we awake or are we snoozing a little?
Yeah, we're kind of on fire down today. Yeah, nobody's snoozing today. Gold hit a new high, $3,044. Silver hit a new high for the year, currently setting at $34.46. And copper cleared $5. So, so that's okay. The momentum kind of died on Wall Street. We had 2 up days, kind of again surrounding that 401k, 403b payday flush money coming in. That's probably dried up for a few days, maybe a week or so. So, I guess that's what they're thinking. The Fed's talking quite a bit today, a little bit concerned about recession maybe, which the stock market usually does okay during a recession because they're dropping interest rates and trying to get things going again. So we'll see what happens, but here's your numbers. The May corn, 460 1/4, down 3/4 of a penny. September corn is 447 3/4, unchanged. The May soybeans, 1016 3/4, up a penny and a quarter. September soybeans, 1014 1/4, up 3/4 of a penny. The May wheat is 573 1/4, up 4 3/4. And September wheat is 606 3/4, up 5 1/4. Crude oil is 67.44, up 7 cents. Heating oil is 217.22, up 0.6 of a penny. Gasoline is 218.34, up 0.2 of a penny. Natural gas is 415.5, up 6.8 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.43 Canadian. That's up 17 ticks. The dollar buys 149.48 yen. That's up 27 ticks. The euro's at 109.32, up 11 ticks. The dollar's at 103.43, up 7 ticks. Gold's at $30.37.90, up $31.80. Silver's $34.46, up 31.8 cents. Platinum's $10.22.30, down $4.20. And copper's at $4.99.25, up 3.35 cents.
Okay. Yeah, a little activity there.
Well,
I don't know. I'm getting ready for fireworks. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's out there. It's out there. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a funny feeling before the end of the week, something's really going to be flying around here, but
might be some heat. Yep.
I think so. Doug, you have a good one. All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese. They purchase local soybeans, process local beans, and market local Exceller meal, which is a high bypass soybean meal for your dairy herd. They've been doing it since 1991. So it might not be a bad idea to contact your nutritionist or local feed dealer today and have them check on that product. Exceller meal, available through Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. You know, the markets, what's been going on with the markets? There's a lot of variables involved with those market prices. But, you know, sometimes you really begin to wonder, are we selling more than we're buying product right now, agricultural product, for here in the United States? Well, when we return, CJ Miller with Michigan Ag Today gives us his insight as to maybe this is a problem. We're just buying more than we're selling right now. He comes along, but first these.
As a farmer, you're always thinking ahead, planning and preparing for the next season. You know that a profitable yield depends on weather and timing. While Morgan Composting can't control the weather, they can save you time, from enhancing your soil before planting season with Dairy Dew compost blends to boosting growth with Dairy Dew granulated fertilizers and finishing the growing season strong with powerful liquid foliants made with kelp, humic, and fulvic acid. Morgan Composting has everything you need to get things going and get things growing in a complete package. Whether your farming operation is a greenhouse, an orchard, or thousands of acres of row crops, save time by getting your entire fertility plan made in one place. Morgan Composting, serving Michigan farmers for more than 25 years. Call the soil health experts now at Morgan Composting or visit dairydew.com to learn more.
Dairy Dew.
There are two types of to-dos. To-dos you want to do and to-dos you gotta do. Hopping on your Coyote tractor to plow a little patch of heaven on your land is a wanna do. But flossing before a dentist appointment so they don't suspect that flossing is a never do? That's a gotta do. For all the to-dos you want to do, check out the many models of hardworking Coyote, CS, CX, and CK tractors. Available with up to 72 months financing at 0.99%. For the gotta do's, well, Godspeed. Coyote, we dig dirt. For all of your Coyote needs, stop into CMR Tractors in Millington today or visit them online at cmrtractors.com. CMR Tractors is your local Coyote dealer.
Experience the most reliable RTK signal from PC Ag Solutions, compatible with most GPS receivers. Trade in your old radio or modem and get an affordable subscription through us. We have over 25 base station locations across the Lower Peninsula, and we're always looking to add more to our network. Discover more power, more accuracy, and more coverage with our 450 megahertz signal. Call us to learn more today. PC Ag Solutions, 989-868-4444.
Well, the ag trade deficit continues to grow. Eric Pfeiffer has more.
USDA is out with the latest trade data for the current fiscal year. Agriculture Department economist Bart Kenner takes a look at the latest export and import projections from October to January.
Agricultural exports for fiscal year to date were $64 billion, up 2% from the previous year. Agricultural imports for fiscal year to date through January were $76 billion, up 15% from the same time period the year before. A trade balance of negative $12 billion, which is $8.9 billion less than the negative $3 billion of the same time period the previous year.
Kenner says while bulk commodity exports were down 1% from the previous year, high-value exports reported a 3% year-over-year jump.
Big change from vegetable oil exports were up 48% from the previous year at $1.2 billion. Distilled spirit exports were up 33% from the same time last year. We see with fruit and vegetables, we're looking pretty consistent with overall fruit products being 2% over last year at $1.9 billion. Vegetable products being 3% over last year at $2.9 billion.
USDA projects a record $49 billion ag trade deficit for fiscal year 2025, with ag exports expected to reach $170.5 billion and imports climbing to $219.5 billion.
Eric Pfeiffer with Michigan Ag Today, along with C.J. Miller. Farm Service brought to you today by the Rummel Insurance Agency, where they understand the risks that you face as a Michigan farm and agribusiness owner. They know that you have family, goals, and dreams for your future and how important these things are to you. They want to get to know you at the Rummel Agency one-on-one so they can help get the right farm insurance protection for you and your family. The Rummel Insurance Agency in Frankenmuth, Saginaw, and Carroll. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They're ready to go when you're ready to go, Mr. Farmer. When it comes to putting things together, Planting season comes along pretty quick, and you want to be able to take advantage of that window of opportunity. That's why you should be setting things up right now with Freeland Bean and Grain. Vic Huffer, he'll take care of whatever you need, plus some good advice. Serving you since 1983, Freeland Bean and Grain, where serving you is their business. We'll be right back.
At Ranch and Farm Auctions, we understand that selling your property is about passing on a legacy, your legacy. Working with Ranch and Farm Auctions to auction your property is a promise to maximize our experience and knowledge to bring top dollar for every acre. Our national platform and extensive buyer database from across the country are uniquely positioned to bring more qualified buyers, which leads to premium bids on auction day. Visit ranchandfarmauctions.com or call auction expert Michael Turner at 989-305-9683.
Along with us right now, Teresa DeVoe over at Baird & Company. The last time I looked, there were a few futures there that were taking it on the chin, Teresa.
Yeah, that is continuing today with the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 371 points at 41,467, 306 million shares traded. NASDAQ down 337 at 17,469, 488 million shares traded there. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 336.05, down 658. Deere 480.81, down $1.54. CMS Energy 73.15, down 11. Dow 37.55, up 4. DuPont 77.10, down 60. Corteva 61.31, down 28. General Motors 49.13, up 13. Trinzio 421, down 24. Walmart 85.70, down $1.76. Huntington Bank 14.65, down a dime. Independent Bank 30.73, down 27, and AT&T at 26.61, down 22.
Teresa, you have a great day, okay?
You as well.
Thank you. Teresa DeVoe over at Baird & Company. Folks, at the Michigan Bean Festival, want to remind each and every one of you that obviously Labor Day weekend, the Michigan Bean Festival, will be underway. They're going to have an annual pie auction. That's going to be coming up in April, the Saturday before Easter. April the 19th, beginning at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So mark that down. We'll have a lot more information on it. As far as what's going on in Fairgrove, one other thing that you should be aware of, because that's coming up here real quick. March the 21st, the Fairgrove Firefighters Fish Fry will be held. Starts March the 21st and also on March the 28th. April the 11th, and Good Friday, April the 18th. Takeouts are available at the Fairgrove Fire Hall. So mark that down. And again, we'll have a lot more information on that as we move through the annual Firefighters Fish Fry event going on in Fairgrove. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. But now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.